Okay, so you've probably gone through YouTube and seen all these videos about how great it is to buy a condo, or all these realtors talking about how great it is to buy a condo, or I just bought my first condo. Well, this video is not that video. In fact, this video is about the 5 reasons that condos are terrible. Here we go. Jeremy and I with the Knight Group in Austin, Texas. We've helped a lot of clients buy and sell condos, and you know what? Not always are they a good investment for you. So let's do a little housekeeping before we hit the list. There are different types of condos. There are condos in a big building. There are condos that are freestanding that are called detached condos. And then there's like row home condos. So here we go. Number one, the number one on the list is actually the parking. All right, parking is terrible if you have a condo. Number one, you can't really have friends over. There's not enough parking around. If you're gonna have a party or want that Super Bowl party or have that party, look, I got my new condo, come check it out. Nobody's gonna be able to park. I mean, it's a good investment if you are, using Uber or you don't have a car, so that might be a good reason, but the parking sucks. And then sometimes you have to actually pay more for parking and pay for a parking spot. And well, that's terrible. All right, so let's jump to number 2 on the list. Condos are generally really close together. So you're gonna have really close neighbors. And if you have a terrible neighbor, it's gonna make it worse. Now look, you could buy a single family home and have terrible neighbors. I'm lucky I have great neighbors. But the problem is your neighbors are really close. And if you have an issue with your neighbor, well, you're gonna see him and you're gonna see him a lot. And well, that's gonna make living in your condo terrible. All right, so here we go on to number 3 in the list, and that's actually financing. Let's play a little game. Let's say it's your first home, you're buying and you want to get a condo and you're approved for $250,000 FHA with 3.5% down. So you meet your realtor, you go out, you start looking, and let's say your realtor is not, very versed in condos. So you go out, you find a condo, you write that contract, you're excited, oh, we got this condo, it gets under contract, you spend all this money on inspections and whatever else you might need to spend on, and all of a sudden you get a call from the lender. Yeah, hey, the condo is actually unwarrantable. What? Well, if you don't have a good agent that doesn't understand what warrantable and unwarrantable are, well, that's gonna be a problem. Because warrantable means that less than 10% ownership by one person, so maybe the developer, or 51% of the property is actually owned and people are the homeowners, not renters, so 49% renters. So that could cause it to be unwarrantable, which means if you're using, like an FHA loan, you can't buy that home. You can't buy that condo. So what happens is your availability of condos goes from here to here, because especially in Austin, there's a lot of non-warrantable condos where you only pay with cash or conventional. And if you're with FHA, not gonna get it. Now look, here's the other reason. So let's say you are approved for $250,000. You find the condo you love, you put a contract down, and you're like, man, I can only afford $1,775 a month. And that's what the mortgage would be with 3.5% down. Well, the HOA is $350 a month. So now that condo is actually $2,100 a month, which is way above your price point. So in fact, in order to do that, if it is a $350 HOA, well, you're gonna have to buy a condo for $185,000. And trust me, there's a huge difference between a $250,000 condo and a $185,000 condo. A big difference. So financing is another reason why condos are pretty terrible. All right, so let's go to number 4 on the list, which is really important. Well, condos don't appreciate quite as fast as a home does. So let's say you bought that home 2 years ago, now you're married, you have your first kid or whatever it might be, and you're like, or you just hate your neighbor or you hate the parking, you decide, I gotta sell this condo and get out of it. Or let's say you bought that $185,000 condo and you put all these upgrades into it because it sucked. And then, well, now you're out money, it didn't appreciate as fast as you would, and it's gonna be a lot harder to sell. Even Dave Ramsey says that in 2018, in this stat, that condos are a good investment, yet they don't appreciate as fast. In fact, when most homes appreciate at 5%, condos appreciate at 3% per year, which might make it tougher to sell. The other thing is condos sit on the market a lot longer than a single family home. Whereas in like Austin, a single family home can sell typically in our market 48 days. It's 101 to 150 days for a condo typically. So, well, that's another reason condos kind of are terrible. And this last reason will just drive you insane and make buying a condo absolutely terrible, and that is having an HOA. Now look, HOAs aren't all bad, but you will spend a lot more for an HOA, and which is great. Maybe you need to buy a condo for the reason of you're traveling a lot or really you just don't like doing maintenance, and they maintain the property, which is great. But what happens when there's a calamity or like the foundation breaks or the roof needs to be replaced and there's not enough money sitting in the HOA funds to pay for it? Well, then you get a special assessment. And special assessments mean that your $350 might go to everyone in the complex has to pay $500, $1,000, or whatever it may be to fix the issue. Now you're paying more money, and I've actually seen that happen to a lot of clients. So the other reason that HOAs are just not fun is, let's say you're having an argument with the HOA or you're getting behind on payments. Either way, you just decide not to pay for a few months. Well, HOAs do have the power to foreclose on your property. That's huge. Not only are you dealing with the HOA that you're having a headache with, trying to get a problem fixed, they might be citing you for parking in the wrong spot. You're gonna have to deal with them possibly foreclosing on your home if you don't pay. And that is the absolute reason that condos just aren't worth it and really are just terrible. All right, so tell me what you think in the comments below. Did you agree with my reasons why? Do you have some other reasons that condos might be terrible, or am I just wrong? Let's hear your comments. Jeremy Knight with the Knight Group. Hey, you know what? This video might be a good video for you, or if you're looking to buy in Austin and you want low tax rates, this would be a good video for you. Reach out. We'd love to help you in the Austin area. Have an awesome day.